Since 1942, Baseball Digest has been exciting baseball fans of all ages for generations. And now Baseball Digest TV brings a whole new experience for a whole new generation of baseball fans. Each episode will have baseball players of every age, from every walk of life, different people around the game, writers, bloggers, all to bring you the best experience of baseball for the fans.
Welcome to the Baseball Digest Show.
Mark Healy here with Bernie Williams. Everybody knows Bernie as a great Yankee ball player, but now he's an author. Rhythms of the Game, Bernie, is a book about, you know, the combination of the athlete and your musical background. Talk a little bit about why you decided to write the book.
Well, you know, I made this connection with music when I was a really young kid. You know, as a 7-8-year-old, my dad started teaching me how to play the guitar. And I think, you know, I was able to, you know, every time you learn an instrument when you're a young kid, you know, you start learning all these values, you know, the discipline, you know, the consistency, the not giving up. And I was able to incorporate a lot of those aspects of my training into my sports training. That sort of propelled me into, you know, having this great successful career as a Yankee. And now I'm taking a lot of the things that I learned playing with the Yankees for 16 years, you know, playing in front of 50,000 people in a lot of demanding situations, and I'm taking them into the stage now. I'm playing music with my band, and I think, you know, it's just a very unique connection that I've made with sports and music, and I think it was just worth writing about.
One of the chapters is called Bernie's iPod, which is all about your influences and all the music that you grew up, you know, listening to. And you know, just to talk about my iPod for a second, I have replaced the original Glory Days with your version. So I could show you later if you want, but that had to be a big thrill for you to do that with the boss. He
was an amazing, I mean, talk about highlights in my career and my young musical career, to have the opportunity to play with Bruce Springsteen on stage live, and his lovely wife as well, Patty Scarfa. It was just amazing. I thank Joe Torre for the opportunity. You know, obviously he was at his Safe at Home Foundation dinner, but you know, he was just gracious to give us the permission to have the recording of that live session into as a bonus track for my CD moving forward. So very thrilled and very proud to have that opportunity.
Moving Forward is a great album, and you know, we still call it an album because I'm old enough. But obviously, the success, being nominated for a Grammy, has got to be completely thrilling for you. Probably almost as thrilling as winning all those World Championships.
Well, I think, you know, the fact that it was nominated for a Latin Grammy, it just really tells me that I'm, you know, going through the right path. You know, I surrounded myself with the right kind of people. They're encouraging me, giving me a lot of access to this great world of, you know, the music industry. And I mean, obviously the association that I have with the Yankees has helped open a lot of doors, but bottom line is that you still have to play, you still have to perform, and you still have to, you know, a lot of the people that played on the CD and performed, you know, they did a great job, but they wouldn't lend their names to a project that they wouldn't believe in. So I think it's very flattering for me to have the opportunity to play with these great players, and they really believed in the project and the music, and it was just a great experience.
Bernie Williams is hitting a home run with his new book, Rhythms of the Game. Thanks, Bernie.
Thank you.
And now it's time for our first Mazer moment, as the amazing, legendary Bill Mazer talks about his memories of the 1956 Perfect Game by Don Larsen.
There he was, Don Larsen, the imperfect man, as Dick Young called him, pitching the perfect game. And as he carried Yogi off the field, you couldn't help but think he could have carried the world off the field. I'm Bill Mazer.
He was determined to play Little League, and he worked hard at it, and he's really shown everybody. Just because you have one arm, it doesn't mean you can't play Little League, doesn't mean you can't play baseball, doesn't mean you can't do anything.
Welcome back to the Baseball Digest Show. I'm Mark Healy, and with me today, very special Little Leaguer joining us. It's Alex Luna from Belleville, New Jersey. Now, Alex, you know, you've been playing Little League for about 4 years now, but that first year had to be difficult. Tell me why, and tell me who it was that helped you become, you know, the advanced player you are today.
It was difficult because I didn't know how to throw the ball, catch it, because with one arm. And my dad helped me a lot throughout those years. So.
There's a lot of sports out there that you could have played. That would have been easier for you to play. You know, like my son's an athlete, and baseball was the hardest thing for him to learn. He played soccer, he played all these different sports, but baseball, for anybody, is a difficult sport to learn. Why did you pick baseball as the sport that you wanted to play?
To me, it seems very interesting because it's actually a sport that I could play. Football is kind of challenging for me. Soccer, I'm not really a fan of that, but baseball, yeah, is one of my favorite sports.
We're going to get along just fine, me and Alex, because he doesn't like soccer. Now, you know, I saw a video about you and watched how you know, caught the ball and hit the ball, and to me it's amazing that you were able to, you know, get to this level and be as successful as you are, because you're as good as any kid I've ever seen. And the thing that I'd like to find out about is, you know, it's hard for me as a Little League coach just to teach kids, you know, to do all the things that need to be done. But for me, I wouldn't know how, because I'm not you, and I wouldn't know how to teach you how to play. So there had to be somebody, or there had to be something that allowed you, or at least that allowed you to learn how to play the game at the level that you play at.
My coaches helped me a lot too, so I learned by myself. I practiced in my room, and it helped me throughout the years play baseball too. Okay.
And I know that your mom, or at least I read that your mom showed you videos of Jim Abbott, who pitched for the Yankees, and he had a similar, you know, similar type situation as you, and he had to learn how to put the mitt, you know, on the other side and throw and catch with one arm. Was that inspiration for you, that, I mean, here's this guy that's made it all the way to the major leagues, you know, if he can do it, I can do it?
Yeah, it was very inspirational for me, because when I saw that video, I actually wanted to start playing baseball, because I didn't think I could do it, but as soon as I saw that video, I wanted to start playing. Now,
it had to be tough that first year. It had to be very difficult because, you know, kids can be tough on each other. And, you know, were there times during that first year that you felt like, you know, I don't want to do this anymore?
That first year was actually difficult for me because they actually put me in positions that I've never even tried to play.
Really?
As pitcher, I try to throw the ball and it'd go everywhere. In left field, I dropped the ball, so it was kind of difficult.
Let's talk about your family, because obviously, you know, they're all here, you know, to watch you, and I know that, you know, I've heard you say and I've heard them talk about you, so obviously your family's been really important, you know, during this whole process for you. Talk about that a little bit.
Oh, well, my mother helped me play baseball too. My dad, my uncle, so they helped me how to learn how to play baseball too.
How do you feel when you get to go out there and play baseball? It's got to be great.
Exciting. I feel excited.
Now, do you think that's helped you by being able to play baseball at the level that you play? You think that's helped you in your other areas of life, like school and having to deal with studies and things like that? Because pretty much that's a pretty big obstacle that you've overcome. Has that helped you in other areas?
Yes.
So, you know, like with school and stuff?
Yeah.
How? Tell me how.
It made me meet new friends, and some of those people went to my school, and I didn't really know them that much. So when they played baseball in my league, I got them to know better.
And it was easier to kind of, like, relate to people and things like that? You wouldn't let anything bother you?
Yeah.
If there's kids out there that are, you know, going through the same type of thing that you're going through, what would you tell them?
Try your best, and if you try your best, you can succeed in life.
Every little leaguer has that story about the coach, you know, or the parent or whoever that helped them, you know, play their best, and really during times of trouble help them to get to those good times. I know that there's a guy in your life that's helped you do that, and that's your coach. Talk a little bit about him and how he's helped you.
My first year of baseball, my coach was Jose Ortiz. He was very helpful, and I've known his son for many years too. And he actually helped me learn how to bat too. He helped me very, very well.
And how did he help you? What are some of the things he said to you?
He said, like, he taught me how to bat.
Mm-hmm.
That was one obstacle he made me overcome. He taught me how to switch the glove, too.
Really?
Yes.
And that had to be a difficult thing to master, right?
Yes.
How were you able to do it? I mean, you must have practiced a lot, right?
Yeah.
Because practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Because I've seen you in video, and you do a tremendous job of everything, you know? And so those coaches really helped you a lot, didn't they?
Yes.
And who's your coach now?
Bob.
Yeah, how has he helped you?
He's been my coach for 3 years, and he really inspires me too to play baseball, because he helps me through times when I'm not feeling good to pitch. He just like boosts up my potential to play.
And I heard that your mom likes him because he treats you like everybody else.
Yes, he does.
Because I tell you, if you were on my team, I'd treat you like everybody else too. There's no stars around here.
Right.
You know, you got to earn your keep, buddy.
Thank you.
All right?
All right.
There's been a lot of talk about realignment in Major League Baseball for next year, and some of the ideas have been insane. Talking about, you know, going back to the old no divisional play, keeping the league separate, having 15 teams in each league kind of battle it out for 4 spots. It is ridiculous, okay? First of all, divisional play is what keeps fans interested during a 162-game schedule, number one. Number two, if anybody's going to move from the American League or from the National League to the American League, you have the Milwaukee Brewers, who were an American League team for 30 years until Bud Selig decided he wanted to relive his days as a National League fan and put the Brewers back in the National League. If you're going to move anybody from the National League to the American League, it would be the Brewers, number one, because they have that historical connection, and also the Washington Nationals. Again, another team that for 100 years was an American League team, and because of, you know, everything that was going on, they moved those Nationals from the Expos. They moved it to our nation's capital and decided for some reason now, of course, it was an American League city. You want to even up the leagues, then you put the Nationals and the Brewers in the American League. You have 4 divisions and no wild cards. That's why divisional play will keep all the different teams involved, all the different fan bases involved, and then the regular season is not rendered meaningless by the time the playoffs come around. 4 divisions, 8 playoff teams, keep it that way. It'll be better for baseball and better, much better, for the fan base.